Like I know I'm not at the setup. I wish I was. And believe it or not, Peanut's already asleep.
Whoa.
Schlumped.
He's in.
Bro, it's because today was his first day back to school, and like since he was off for 2 weeks, it was and
Oof.
my nephew was here for 10 days. Like he was hella like being able to stay up late, no curfew, this, that, and the other, staying in the house, so we really didn't go out anywhere. Uh, so I think going to school today hit him hard, and he
Yeah,
was like,
bro.
"I'm gonna rest my eyes," and I was like, "That means you're going to sleep, dog."
Yeah.
I'm gonna rest my eyes for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that means he's gonna be up at like 4 in the morning.
Yikes. Yeah, that's gonna be a big shift. The first day, first week really back from vacation's always the worst. You're like, fuck, bro. What is life?
Putch, hit us with an intro, bro.
Check it out, people. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world. This is the Usual Tuesday podcast. I am the one and only Korpsx, aka Monster Beast, and I'm joined by the infamous, the wonderful, and powerful, the handsome Save Oneer of Save Oneer Gaming, and 0% the macadamia nut himself. Gentlemen,
Damn.
we did take a moment to take a little break through December, enjoy the holidays, and relax. And we're back, fresh, new year.
Ooh, do
So,
you? Ooh.
well, Happy New Year.
Still not queer, but we'll make it through.
Oh, whoa.
Bro, I was thinking about you guys the other night because
Gay.
In the shower, I hope.
I took a gummy for the first time in a very, very long
Oh,
time.
like
Yeah.
half or a full gummy.
A full one.
Wow.
Yes.
Even I don't do that shit.
Bro, when I tell you, I drank a little bit with it because I didn't want to get freaked out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh, if I have a comfortable feeling that I'm comfortable with, and then bring on a new feeling, like maybe it'll ease it in. So I was playing video games, and I haven't been streaming lately because I got a new GPU and I can't get my second monitor to work, and I think it's because I need a new display port. So I was just playing. I was playing video games offline with the guys. I was chilling, and then that motherfucker smacked me, bro. Like I was like, I don't understand how people do this. And then I laid in bed until 4 in the morning, watching Ted Lasso, trying to like stay on my bed and not float away. Like it was, I was like on the
It's
verge of
tough.
freaking. I was on the verge of freaking out, but I was like mellow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think I'll do it again though. I don't know if I'll do it again. I don't think I will.
It's not for the faint of heart, brother. It's not for the faint.
I don't know if this is the same experience for. I'm sure everybody has a different experience, but to me at least, like getting high always feels like every experience is like an echo, is the only way I could describe it. Like everything feels slow but fast. And then everything that I'm watching actually usually feels like I'm thinking about it too much. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I know you've watched Ted Lasso Zero. I don't know if you've watched it, Corpse, but it was the episode where Colin comes out to like the team, and I was like, this is so heartfelt, and I like started crying. I was like I never understood how like heartfelt this this moment was. Yeah, it was. I don't think I could do it again.
You were
You think you too?
toasted, bro.
Bro, I was smacked, and I even told my boys, I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like, I'm fucking smacked. Like that shit smacked the shit out of me, and I could feel myself like on my computer, like looking at my computer, like it was. I was like, I gotta get off.
That's the worst. You're like
I'm
too
glad I didn't do it.
conscious.
I'm glad I didn't do it while I was streaming though, because I know that people watching the stream probably would have wanted me to stream longer, like just to watch how I was. But it was bad. It was bad.
That is funny. Yeah, I wish it would have been streamed, but yeah, I'm glad you had that experience. That would have been so funny
Maybe
to
I'll do
watch
it
back.
again just for the stream. Maybe I'll do it again just for the stream.
That would be so funny.
Maybe I'll take a little bit higher of a dose. Maybe I'll take 1.5 instead of one.
That's crazy. Holy shit. 10
Wild.
milligrams?
It was only
Oh.
5.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense how you take the whole thing though. I feel like
It was only 5.
if I take like a 10, I'm like, oh my god, I can't, bro. I can't fucking breathe.
Yeah, but I haven't touched any like weed. I mean, I took like a little bit during my fantasy football draft, but it was like a corner, bro. Like a little pussy corner because I was scared of to do it. Uh
Scary shit, bro.
so this time I was just like, fuck it, bro. Balls deep, took the whole thing. I was like, I'm by myself. It was like my first real day back by myself to myself. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Hmm.
treat yourself, King.
Uh-huh.
I get
How
that.
was New Year? How was New Year's for you guys though? Uh oh,
I was gonna let Punch go.
both of you guys are.
New Year's, bro, we didn't do. Our family is in a really weird phase right now. We're like, me and Sid were like the early parents. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And so now everybody's catching up.
mm,
And so like, we're kind of starting to feel the like, oh, they're at so and so's house because they have kids. You know, like
Hmm.
it's not just their stupid boyfriend or their stupid girlfriend. It's like, oh, like their actual significant other is in another
Yeah.
place or like in a whole like. So it was kind of weird, and but it is also kind of humbling because it's like the people who are there, you kind of appreciate them a little more, you know. But we didn't do anything extravagant. We played some games, dude. I was out by like 10:30 ish. Um, Elijah saw the New Year's. I didn't. They woke me up, and I remember saying Happy New Year's, and then I went back to sleep
typical dad shit.
Like I'm gonna go rest my eyes for the rest of the night.
for 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I think it was kind of maybe like a boring New Year's. I actually got sick during like a couple days before Christmas, and then it lasted. I was really trying to like hammer it before New Year's came, but it was just it got me, and so I was out Christmas. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. Like I was literally just alone on Christmas, and then New Year's I was just trying to like stay in, not really do anything because we went to Disneyland the next day on the first with my mom because she came down. So I was just like indoors the whole time. So pretty lame, pretty boring, but better safe than sorry.
That's sick. That's sick that you went to Disneyland. I didn't even know that. I had
Yeah.
talked to you because I knew your mom was coming, but I didn't know that you guys went to Disneyland. I went to Universal.
Oh, you did. You told me about this. How was it?
It was sick, bro. It
Yeah.
was sick because it was mine and my dad's first time uh going to Universal Studios together in 20 years.
That's crazy.
And my nephew was the same age as me the last time that I went with my dad. So like it was like watching a younger version of myself do things with my dad. Plus,
Hmm.
like
Oh,
Peanut was there, and then my other niece and nephew were there too. It was just cool watching my dad be in grandpa mode and like we're going on every ride, we're doing everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like it
yeah.
was, and he was like, my dad was bummed out that the new Fast and Furious ride wasn't open yet because he was like, that's it's gonna be dope. Like he didn't say it's gonna be dope, but like obviously in Spanish,
Yeah, he
like
was
he's gonna
hyped. He
be,
was hyped.
yeah, he's gonna be dope, and like we got to come back again so that we can go on it when it opens and um, there was is this is like really specific and really like nostalgic for me, but back in the day, Universal Studios on the tram, like on the tour thing,
Hmm.
there used to be like this really big animatronic King Kong,
Yeah.
and like I love that was like my shit, bro. I love that King Kong, and then it burned down.
hmm.
So I didn't tell my dad that the King Kong thing was the new King Kong about the new King Kong thing. So we went in, and then I don't know. Have you guys been to Universal Studios? You guys know what I'm talking about?
It's been a minute.
I remember the old one. I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah. So the new one is like two big ass screens, and it's like immersive 3D, and like he's like jumping over the tram, and the tram's like falling down. It's all digital shit. And so when we got out of the tunnel, I told my dad I was like, wasn't the other one like way better? And he was like, fuck no, like this shit was sick. Like, and I'm over here thinking my dad is like super old school type shit, you know? But he was like
Yeah.
in love with all the new screens. He doesn't know shit about Harry Potter, but he like loved the Harry Potter ride. It was cool. It was a fun time, man. It was
Bro,
a
that
very 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 good time.
that Harry Potter. Well, first the Harry Potter line is sick. Like, like
Oh, the queue, yeah, bro.
all the effort, bro, that they put into that queue is
That's
crazy.
that's
And
what my nephew said too. He was like, because we did like that stupid ass Simpsons ride, which is like
oh yeah,
nothing, right? It's just like a line. And
yeah,
then obviously, since the Hogwarts thing is new, like they put in effort to it. And my nephew was like, "This is fucking amazing." He
yeah,
because we were outside watching them light the castle, and then he was like, "Is the ride in the castle?" And I was like, "Let's go check it out, dog." And like you go through the rocks, and then it's like you're in the castle. And he was like,
yeah.
"Oh, this is what they were talking about on the tour. Like it's a facade. Like it makes it look like you're going into the castle." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, movie magic."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. That whole line, like going to Disneyland also, I feel like I paid attention especially to the Star Wars section. I kept saying how like, bro, that whole section is so detailed. But then when you get into the lines and stuff, all the little things that like the costumes that they have like dirtied up, like somebody wore it just from, from a battle or whatever. Seeing all that effort is super cool.
Yeah,
I
the
think
two that
it's
I
love.
always liked for that at Disneyland. Well, I haven't been to Disneyland since I was 18, but the two that I always liked for that is the Haunted Mansion
Mhm.
and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one too. That one's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That one's
I,
so
I
cool.
always wanted to eat at the little restaurant in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I eat
Mhm.
there every time I go.
For real,
My,
Every time.
I like how they make it look like there's little light bugs. What are the
oh
fireflies?
yeah,
Like
Fireflies.
I love
Lightning
that
bug.
shit, bro.
Lightning bugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, that was when my mom and dad would go. They would literally give us money, whatever we needed, right, to scram so they could go eat at the Blue Bayou. And so that's always been a tradition. Every time I go and I eat at the Blue Bayou. I think since 2013. Yeah, since 2013 of all the visits that I've been and I've went, maybe there's been times I've went several times in a year, but there's probably only been like 2 times I didn't eat there, and it was because it was me and Elijah.
Mm-mm.
Is
Yeah.
it good? Is it a good spot? Good
Oh,
eats?
oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh!
Oh,
do you
listen,
pay with doubloons?
no.
Checkers.
That'd be fucking awesome.
But I will say this: if you, well, because like growing up down in the South, right, especially where I'm from, like when it rains, there's always this long standing smell of water,
Mhm.
right? Like I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that smell of asphalt
Oh,
around
the
here.
best, the
Like right when
best,
it just kind of starts raining and it's been or
the
after it's
best.
been raining for a while and the sun hits it and you get that asphalt smell. Well, there's a certain smell that like back home, like that dirt just had a certain odor.
Oh, yeah. The shit out of your hands right there.
And, like you can just dog, like I
I
could
get that
smell
though.
it. Yeah, like in that, if you can handle that smell, because that is kind of what the bayou smells like down there in Louisiana. It smells like water, like a not like a swamp, but water,
Just like wet soil.
wet, yeah, wet and plants. Like you can smell the
Yeah.
plants in the air, like, and it's just, bro, it's lovely, especially if you take your girl. You know what I mean? It's a lovely ambiance, and
We
it's
there was four of us and we tried to get in, but they were booked out. I forgot how much time my mom said that they were booked out for, that you had to like make reservations ahead of time. But I don't know. We couldn't get in at all. They're like, nah.
always ask next time you go. Ask if you can wait for a cancellation.
Oh yeah, because she said that we can ask all the way up until like 9:30 or something like that. But it was like she was like, it's not that deep. We can do it another time.
I've been wanting to go to Disneyland though. I want to take Peanut. I think he's old enough to like appreciate it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think it would be really fun. It's just the lines. It's the only thing.
No, I would do Express. After going to Universal, I would pay additional $150 to go on Everything Express. I swear to God, bro.
Yeah, the Genie Lane for the kids and all that. It gets pricey, bro. That's where I'm like, fuck.
But if you're gonna go, you might as. I mean, it's not like something that you do all the time, so might as well spend the money to do
I'd
it.
rather
You know what I
get
mean?
2 days.
Nah, fuck that.
I'd rather get 2 days, and I can just mosey, and I don't have to. Why am I in a rush?
But you still
I
gotta
got some
wait.
more.
You still have to wait in line, and a lot of those queues are like an hour and a half.
It's cool because California. Now, take this with a grain of salt, right? But if you go California Adventure 2 days and get trashed, bro, because you can drink. They have all the drinks there, and you can just get wrecked and just stand in line. Where do you have better to be that day?
If I'm taking the kids,
You can't get
like,
sloshed.
Yeah, like I only had one drink at Universal when I was at Universal, and it's because I wanted to try the ginger beer.
Oh,
But that's why I said you go.
Oh, if I was
grain
to
of
go
salt,
solo dolo, oh yeah, I'm getting trashed and getting on everything.
but take your buddy, find you a
That's funny.
bum to go drink with you at DCA because it's like, dude, we're about to have the time of our life, bro.
Bro, you know what's funny is I was just talking about California Adventure the other day, and I remember when they opened it, and there was only like 3 rides. There was the roller coaster, there was the Bear Rapids, the water ride,
Yep.
the
Mhm.
Soaring over California.
soaring over California, and that was
Man.
it, bro. It was
what a
like
time! The
the-
70s, man.
the near the
Just
roller
kidding.
coaster was the pier, so they had like carnival games and shit like that. Then they had the spot where you could go get the fresh tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then there was like one other like attraction, but there like all the cars before Cars Land, there was like a Bug's Life was like the new thing, and
Oh, I don't remember ever. I don't know if I saw it,
it
but I
was
feel
like
like
a
I've.
show or something like that. It was like a show. It wasn't a ride. At least I don't think it was
Yeah.
a ride.
They're trying to make it a lightweight Epcot Center right there, where they're doing all the different countries. Like, you know, when you walk in and there's that big friggin' food court, you know what I'm saying? And you got birria tacos right here, you got pizza, you got burgers. It's like, because well, damn, I don't want to sound privileged, but it's like at Epcot, like if you guys go, like it's just one big old circle, and in each little chunk of the circle, there's like different different nations. Like you have little Germany, you have this, then you have
Yeah.
the China area, you have this. It's dope. It's really dope, bro. Like if you guys ever get the chance.
No, on
I've
some
heard
real
those-
shit though, if I ever go to Florida, it's to go to Universal Studios, like hands down.
Yeah.
Is that place
if I
better?
do-
Why
but
does
if I do
Florida
go-
have all the cool ones, bro?
But
What
if
the
I
fuck?
do go to Disneyland, it's to go see the Avatar land.
Yeah, I do want to see that. The floating rock shit would trip me the fuck out.
Bro, speaking of Avatar, little segue real fast.
Wait, I haven't seen it. No spoilers.
But I went opening day, bro.
That's nuts.
It was so chill. Like, all right, so I have like anxiety when it comes to like going to the movie theater.
Mhm.
I went by myself. I took in 2 White Claw tall cans, and I had like a bag of chips and like a Slim Jim sticking out of my front pocket. And I was like, I said, "What's up?" to the guy. He said, "What's up?" to me. Let me in, bro. The theater was empty.
Whoa, what the
my
fuck?
ticket was $12. It was amazing.
That's crazy.
But I will say this: Avatar 2, still the only movie that I rated a 10 out of 10.
Wow, that movie was buns.
That
No,
shit
I'm
was
just kidding. I'm just like,
trash, bro. That movie's
Y'all are tripping.
hot dog water.
it wasn't.
No,
It wasn't bad. I don't think any of the Avatar movies are that good, though, to be honest.
No,
It was
the
the only
first
movie that
one
was
was
a 10 out of 10 for me.
insane. The first one was too good. The first one
Second
It
was
one
just,
was better.
it just
Second one was
wasn't
better.
that memorable to me.
no.
You're tripping.
I couldn't even. I can't get through that whole movie. I have to watch it in segments because it's just not
That's
cinema.
that is the only thing is that this one is over 3 hours too. So like
Bro,
they're
I don't
going
know.
to continue on that 3 hour.
Bro, how Martin Scorsese feels about Marvel is the way that I feel about the Avatar movies. Like, there's been
You're
one good one.
tripping.
That's
You're
crazy.
tripping.
Out of like 10 hours of footage, there's 2 hours that's like dynamite.
No, all of it, bro. All of it. All of it.
I would say all of the CGI is amazing, immaculate. Like I can't ever shit on their CGI. At least
It's
Putch is thinking. Putch is
it's
trying to
so
shit on
good.
it right now.
It's so good.
No, I am personally trying to scour my memory of the first movie because it's my favorite. I'm trying to be a tough critic on it.
It's so good. The first one, all of them are great,
I think
but the
that's what
second one is the
made.
best.
I think that's what made the first one so good in my eyes. Was somebody just got their ass whooped. Hold on.
Damn, I heard the crying.
Oh shit!
Somebody just
It's
got
bedtime. Somebody got in trouble. I think the CGI. I think I may have said this on this podcast before, but I think the CGI on it was so flawless, and that's what made it so good in the first one. Let alone the storytelling. I thought the storytelling was immaculate. I feel, and I think I also said it on the podcast. That's the reason why I didn't like the second one was because of the storytelling, but the CGI in it was still good. It was great, all of them, and I think that it's because it's James Cameron, right? That directed it, James Cameron, right? Yeah. I think he had like the perfect setup because he could just do whatever he wanted. This is a made up place. It's completely fictional, and though I'm a Star Wars fan, Star Wars on no level has portrayed anything the way that they did. There's in no piece of media.
The world building is crazy.
It's also because of the newer. I mean, I think that's what Disney was trying to do with the new episodes of Star Wars with Rey, was like create that Star Wars feeling that we never really got. You know what I mean? But
it was
like
not
two
it.
shots, maybe.
It's already too deep. It's already too deep for them to like create something new.
Okay, but let's just say this though, right? Like in the sequels, right? The Rey trilogy, there's maybe like two shots really where you look at it and it's like, damn, the spaceship like that going, like when Palpatine's shooting up the lightning up into the sky, and then you see all the ships and everybody like fighting. It's like such a powerful boom like shot, you know. Like I know Damo kind of get what I'm feeling, like, you know, or like
I don't even think you've seen the movies.
Well, I'm trying to rewatch the movie. No, because I haven't seen the movies in a long time. But I'm trying to rewatch them with my dad.
But like just the meaning of like that shot, like you get that shot.
Oh yeah. Some power shots are amazing.
It's a dope shot. I know exactly what shot you're talking about.
Yeah, but James Cameron with Avatar, it was just 2 hours of, whoa, dude, like this is nuts, like amazing. Like you could literally screenshot any second of that movie, and people would be like, whoa. Like if you showed that to someone from the 1980s, they'd be like, what the like. What is this? Like, what is this place? Like, it was sick.
I don't think their brains would be able to understand the resolution that they're watching.
They'd
be like, what the fuck?
I watched number 2 with my nephew, and Peanut like put down his drawing and like started watching it because he loves like water creatures, right?
That's how you know it's serious.
And he saw the water creatures. And he was like, those look cool. But he didn't like at 8 years old, you don't realize that you're watching a fake world because it looks that real. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Like that, I wish I could watch it with that mindset.
Yeah.
Like this is real. This is dope. You know what I mean? Because it looks real. Because they don't. These kids don't have the same CGI that we had when we were fucking kids, bro. You know what I mean?
I was rewatching, so I'm rewatching Star Wars in chronological order and not the release order. And I had just, which one is it? 3? I think I'm going to watch 3. I forgot exactly, but
all time.
I just watched the one where Jar Jar Binks was introduced, and
that's episode
in my head, huh?
That's episode 1. That's the first movie.
Isn't that 2? Am I crazy?
You're crazy.
Oh.
These are the 2 movies that you're talking about are the 2 movies that Korpsx and I always fight about, because I say the best fight in Star Wars is in number 3, and he says the best fight is in number 1.
But at this point, Obi-Wan's master had already died to Darth Maul. So I passed that movie. That's 1, no? Okay.
When Anakin's a kid.
Anakin's still a kid. Now I'm at the point where Anakin's an adult, and he, at the end of this movie, I should be done with 2 because at the end of that movie, he ends up like secretly marrying
Padme.
what's
Padme.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I
you
see.
just finished number 2. Jar Jar
Just
Binks is
finished.
introduced in number 1 though.
Okay, I'm tripping. I thought he was in 2, but I guess
You're
that
about
makes
to
sense.
watch. You're
He is
about to
throughout
watch
the
the
trilogy.
greatest Star Wars movie of all time, in my opinion.
So
6 originals.
I was just impressed that Jar Jar Binks was fully CGI because I was like, wow, at the time, like, see, like all of these sets and all of the VFX, or I shouldn't say VFX, but like prosthetic effects were so prominent in this movie that I was so surprised that Jar Jar Binks was not only like a mainstay character, but fully CGI. I thought that was really cool. I was like, wow, even though it doesn't like super look the best all the time, I thought it was really cool.
They actually went back in. They actually went back in some of those movies, the first 3, episode 1, 2, and 3, and did new CGI in some of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they actually did that in some of the old, like the older 4, 5, and 6. They went back and added certain CGI, like because obviously 4, 5, and 6 were out before 1, 2, and 3 were. So they went back. There's a part where you see Anakin's like Force ghost, and they actually added the Anakin character. It wasn't him before. Like it was just some random fucking guy who was supposedly Anakin.
Yeah, they added Hayden Christensen later.
He's like, "Sup, guys? It's
Yeah,
Jeff,
crazy.
but I'm supposed to be Anakin."
So crazy, dude.
But
That's funny.
watch when you start watching episode 4, 5, and 6, and they introduce Yoda. Oh, bro,
Yoda's already a thing. Yoda's already here.
No. I'm talking about the introduction to Yoda for Luke.
For Luke, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The first time you really see him.
Yeah. His actual character, like his little puppet character. It's fucking hilarious, bro. You'll see.
That's
it's
funny.
Fun. It's funny
Okay.
as fuck.
Well, I'm hyped. And then I thought it was funny because throughout this, I'm like, are we in the original series? You don't know it's Palpatine that's like orchestrating a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turned to my dad. I'm like, bro, are we not supposed to know that this is Palpatine? Because I feel like I already know this is Palpatine, right? And he's like, yeah, you're not supposed to know that. I was like, oh, okay. I feel like that makes it a lot more like dramatic, I guess. But in the whole thing, I was like, how do they not know what the fuck is going on? But yeah.
Well,
but I've been
fresh, you know what I mean?
No, yeah. At the time, I imagine watching it for the first time, I'd be like, oh shit, this is crazy. But
Well, plus
yeah,
you already have a leg up because fucking Corpse and I have ranted about Star Wars for the last, how long have we been doing this? Fucking 3 years now. Like we've ranted about Star Wars many a times on this fucking podcast.
What makes me a little annoyed? So I found out that so in 2 you find out that Jango Fett is, or sorry, all the stormtroopers are Jango Fett clones, and I was like, why the fuck are they? Are they not? Oh
No.
I thought they were
Clone troopers.
Well, not. Oh.
Yes, stormtroopers are different people. They just wear the same armor.
Oh, word.
They
Okay.
wear similar armor. Yes. Everything, all of their armor is procured from Jango Fett because he wore Mandalorian armor.
But the storm, or I guess the clone troopers. What do you see in 2? Is it clone troopers?
Clone troopers. Yes.
It's the Clone Wars, bro.
Well, how the fuck? Why is their aim so ass? This guy's like a trained super assassin. No.
Well, if you see, so what you need to do is between 2 and then half of 3 is watch the Clone Wars show.
The animated series?
Yes, because it will explain to you the clones, how they were made, why they were made, what process they went through to be, because if you actually listen to Nala Se's talk with Obi-Wan, she's actually explaining to him like, yeah, a past master of the Jedi Council came here and initiated the construction of the clones, right?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, but it's so short, bro. It's so short. Like you have to be actually fucking paying attention.
Obi-Wan mentions later, like, oh, didn't Sifo Dyas die a few years ago? They're like, yeah, he's dead. So you got to look at him and say, well, how long has just died? Because these guys are like 30 years old. So then you get into the idea, in Clone Wars, you see how they are genetically modified to grow fast, right?
Yeah.
And be subordinate and like all these things, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, because even in
his
that,
son though, except for his little jit.
yeah, his son is like an actual perfect clone. They
and
said
his daughter. Yeah, he has a daughter too.
Oh, I didn't know this, but
In the shows.
in that whole conversation, I remember hearing that. Yeah, these clones are like genetically modified in some ways to make them more, just to obey their commands and stuff like that, and then also to grow a lot faster to make them a lot quicker. But okay, I'll have to. I mean, I'm not gonna wait till half of 3. I can't just stop the movie, but I'll try to just go back.
I will tell you this. That there's always a prophet, right? And in Clone Wars has one of the saddest segments of television known to man. When I don't
Big
want to.
statement.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, because I'm rewatching it. I'm gonna watch Clone Wars.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know what Order 66 is?
I don't think so. No.
He doesn't know yet.
Okay, you will. You will.
It doesn't happen until episode 3.
But he said he's rewatching it.
But I haven't. No. But I haven't
but
seen
he's
these since
never
I was
seen
like
episode 3 before.
Okay.
Well, I've seen all of these, but I just haven't watched them in years. Like I was so young when I watched these originally.
Are you
It's
talking
funny.
about Master Anakin?
What are we going to
What are
do?
we gonna do?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, Order 66, right? No. There's
Is that
something.
what you're talking about though?
There's something sadder, bro. I would particularly say even sadder, right? Because this is gonna sound crazy. Him doing that that's all a part of the plan, right? There was a thing that wasn't a part of the plan that you'll learn later what Order 66 means, and it gets exposed in the Clone Wars. There's a part where a piece of information gets exposed, and somebody's like, "No, like you gotta believe me." And you, as the viewer, you're like, "I believe you. I believe you.
But you watched The Mandalorian, though, right?
Yes.
I watched season 1, but I didn't watch after that.
Season one is part of like, fuck. I don't know if I want to say this or not.
It's after the fall of the Emperor.
I thought Grogu has flashbacks of Order 66.
Yes, of 20 years prior.
Yeah,
he does. Yes, he does. That show is such a good piece of writing from Dave Filoni because it brings in Jon Favreau and all them, because it brings in the original trilogy, right? 4, 5, and 6, and then the originals, right? 1, 2, and 3, and seals up some plot holes.
Yeah, because Boba comes back, and then with Grogu's memory of Order 6, bro, I'm telling you, once you get into this world, Demo, you're gonna be like, okay, this is actually sick. Because even though the next movies you're gonna watch 4, 5, and because you're gonna watch episode 3, which is my favorite movie because of the fight that happens. It's so fucking good. And then you're gonna go back in time to the 80s and watch 4, 5, and 6, and they're a little slow, but if you like watch and listen to the story and like really pay attention to everything that's going on, you're like, okay, this is a sick ass series. Like the series is actually fucking sick. And you follow like the prophecy and Anakin being the one and all that shit. Like once you watch all of it, you're like, okay, this was actually a dope fucking movie. Series.
You'll see that.
I mean, I've been. Huh?
The Jedi are not the heroes. The Jedi are not the heroes.
I've been liking watching it back. I mean, one, it's been like my dad likes this, franchise a lot. But rewatching it has just been really cool to understand it a lot more too. Just because, I mean, to me, Star Wars is just like cool dudes with light swords. That's like kind of the thing. But like understanding a lot more of the like moves that people are doing are a lot more intentional than I obviously understood as a kid.
It's funny because go ahead, Korpsx.
Can we just real quick? Can we all just give a round of applause to Star Wars and Lucasfilms for firing Kathleen Kennedy and hiring Dave Filoni to be head of creative? Big
we talked about this before, I think.
Dave Filoni's bringing him back, bro. He is the best thing. He did Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay.
The show or the movie? Because that could be very bad. Okay.
The show. He did the cartoon. He is the best thing that
Oh,
ever happened.
okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
thought you were talking about the live action. That's amazing, actually.
No.
Save is missing out on that reference.
Bro, no, but
Save is.
he knows the power of Dave.
No, he doesn't. Well, not in the
I know the
Avatar.
power of Dave Filoni. Yeah.
He did Clone Wars. He did the Clone Wars. He helped with Rebels. He works really close with Jon Favreau on a lot of different things. He helped with Ahsoka. He helped with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, is Ahsoka? Is Ahsoka like also super pivotal and like super important? I forgot about that show.
Movies, not in the movies.
Oh,
You will not see her in the movies.
no, but she was also in Clone Wars, wasn't she?
She's in the Clone Wars show.
Yeah, in
not
the show.
movies.
I remember when that was coming out on Cartoon Network. That was
But yes,
that was cool.
she was in the shows because that's why Corp said it's very important to know like there's some information that you need to know from the Clone Wars cartoons between 2 and 3 because Anakin is trying to become a Jedi Master and he does wind up getting a Padawan who is Ahsoka, but they skip over that in the movies and they don't show that whole thing in the movies at all.
Wait, but in the live action show, well, I guess because I'll eventually watch it. I was gonna say maybe not, maybe don't spoil it. But in the live action show, did they go over that more? The fact that she was a Padawan of Anakin.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
a
Is she
very,
sick with
very-
it? Is she like nice with it?
Oh, she's very nice.
Oh.
There's a very pivotal part in the Ahsoka show too, where oh fuck, I don't know. You've probably seen clips of it where like
I don't think I have. I haven't seen any clips
okay,
of Ahsoka.
then yeah, but there was two in the spin-off shows. There was two very important like parts where three very important parts where I like my jaw dropped and I stood up and I was like, oh. The first one was when Luke showed up at the end of Mandalorian season 1.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
That was fucking sick, and I knew it was him almost immediately. 2 was in Obi-Wan, which I would recommend watching Obi-Wan before you go to 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
Damn. Jeez. Okay.
There's
Bro,
in between content, bro. It's good.
I cried in that scene. And then the Ahsoka seeing Anakin again, I was like, what the fuck? This
Don't
is
rank it.
scenes.
Don't rank it. Don't.
No,
rank
I'm not
Don't
ranking.
rank
I'm not ranking. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can rank. The Obi-Wan scene will probably be the best one for me though.
That one, I cried. I cried real tears.
Bro,
during that show.
I cried. I was
cried real
like,
tears.
yeah, that shit was heartbreaking, but
There's
so sick.
There is huge. I mean, dude, I don't know if they did it on purpose or if it was like fan service or what, but like there was a lot of writing that they did weaving all this stuff together that I just think is tremendous. And there's a lot of shit, bro. If you're going to sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to chronologically do this, I just really recommend all the movies, right? Because Rogue One is probably,
oh my God,
it's probably the best Star Wars movie. Like,
and the most perfect transition that you'll ever see in the franchise ever.
yeah,
like
literally
as soon as Rogue One ends and you start episode 1, or I mean episode 4 is literally like the next frame. Like it's so crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
In Clone Wars, because you know Anakin turns into Darth Vader. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's known information. There's a moment, I won't say how, when, where, why, or all that, but Ahsoka sees it. Like she sees it.
Oh,
right?
You're talking about in
Don't.
Yeah, okay.
From the
I was
show.
like the show. I was like, what?
That's why I'm saying you got to watch Clone Wars, but then like half of episode 3, and then you get to a certain season, then you watch that season, and then you watch the rest of episode 3, and it all
sounds horrible, bro. Holy fuck.
Sense. It's like, oh my God. No, bro. They wrote that because if you even look back at George Lucas's initial intent for the actual sequels, for the last trilogy, it was supposed to be based around Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Maul was supposed to be the main antagonist, and so Filoni did some fan service with that, and because there's supposed to be another 2 or 3 movies made with Darth Maul in it in the future. So it's great. It's great. You got to watch it. You gotta watch.
I mean, I'm gonna stick to my guns and always say that episode 1 is unnecessary. I know Corpse hates when I say that, but it's not necessary.
It is the single most pivotal piece of like media in the whole thing.
What the hell is? All right, let's go.
Wait, episode 1? How?
Episode 1 is not necessary at all.
Let's just take it from the top.
Well, how is it not? Yeah, how is it not? It set everything up, no?
Yeah, okay, because the war with the Trade Federation, right, the blockade on Naboo, was kicked off because of Palpatine. Palpatine did that after he murdered Amidala's dad. She then became ruler, who was like a 15-year-old girl. Him and Plagueis, who was alive at the time, said, you know what, we can manipulate this situation and use it to our advancement. Boom. Him and Plagueis are then now making moves. Then Qui-Gon Jinn is now involved. They get sent to Naboo. Palpatine is afraid of him, and so is Plagueis, right? He can't be bought. He can't be swindled. He's not a normal Jedi. He then, right, as Palpatine and Plagueis are meditating on the Force, they feel a shift and a rip through the Force. And then they find him years later, and his name is Anakin Skywalker, but he's under the tutelage of Qui-Gon Jinn. Ooh. They go through this whole fucking thing. And then when the doors open and the Sith are revealed, the song that's playing is called Duel of the Fates, right? Whoever wins this fight wins this fight, wins Anakin Skywalker.
Wait, what are we talking about? I didn't see this movie.
Episode 1. That's the whole storyline of episode 1. Is the fight of good and evil over the chosen one.
You didn't watch Qui-Gon get fucking
Wait, am I crazy?
lightsabers stabbed right through the middle of him?
Yeah, it was with Darth Maul.
That's exactly what the fuck he's just talking about. When they open the doors is what he's just talking about.
And the Jedi are presented as these all-knowing, all-powerful sages, right? Which in reality, if you actually look at the context of the situation, the Jedi have never been more blind. Not only did they not listen to Qui-Gon Jinn was murdered by a Sith. Then you have two of the Grand Masters looking at each other saying, which one died, master or apprentice? And little did they know, Maul wasn't even an apprentice. He was just a hired assassin, right? The actual apprentice killed his master and was already vying and vetting and grooming his next apprentice that would come years later. It's the single most important piece of content that exists in the universe.
In the whole universe. All right. I'll give it to you, Corpse. I'll give it to you.
Just saying. Read the book Darth Plagueis.
So, all right. So here's what it's nice that we're talking about Star Wars because they're trilogies. So when my nephew was here, he hasn't watched like a lot of trilogy movies. Like the last time he was here, we watched the Jurassic Park movies. This time we watched Transformers because he's never seen Transformers. Like how the fuck are you 15 years old and never seen Transformers?
Well, he's 15.
So then I was like, let me put you on to a trilogy that I really love. So we watched The Matrix, the first one.
Great.
And he was like, yeah, I'm not interested in this deal.
Damn.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is one of the greatest trilogies of all time. And so I was like thinking in my head, like, what are some of the greatest trilogies that I could have showed him? I could have showed him Lord of the Rings, but I didn't think he was gonna like that.
But that can't be the one. It's just not even that it's not even that it's not good. He's 15.
Yeah. That's why I
feel
thought he liked The Matrix.
No, but I guess so. I was gonna say I just feel like it's a particular type of person who likes Lord of the Rings at 15. I think you'd appreciate it maybe later, but not at 15.
I liked Lord of the Rings when I was 15.
But that's what I'm saying. There's like a particular person who likes that.
You
know
nerd?
what I mean? Yeah, I'm talking fucking dweeb.
Yeah,
I have a Magic the Gathering shirt on, bro. Do you think I'm a fucking nerd?
I was gonna say I actually like that shirt a lot.
Thank you.
Transformers might have been a good one. Batman would have been another good one.
Batman, yep.
Ooh, Batman. I didn't even think of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like the greatest trilogies of all time, and I thought Matrix would be a good one, and he did not like it.
That's crazy.
I wound up watching it by myself.
The Foxmen was good.
I don't know what that one is.
The Fox X-Men.
Oh, X-Men.
Oh, Fox X-Men.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Been a thing.
That was pretty good.
Those were great movies. The first three movies of fucking Fast and Furious was great.
He's watched all those already.
Rush Hour.
I just wish there was a Fantastic Four 3.
Hour. I didn't even think of Rush Hour. Damn, that's a good one. I asked him if he watched Friday already. He said, "Yeah." I was gonna show him the Friday movies.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
Are there 3 of those?
Yeah,
yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, Dumb and Dumberer, Dumb and Dumberer.
No fucking way. That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
they
3 of them.
came out as
I didn't know.
when they were older and made a new one.
Wait, but is that the third one?
Hey, pretty. Have you ever seen those movies?
No.
Oh my god, Damien, you gotta watch them. It is the most stupid humor. But the thing is, you have to be smart to understand the humor. It's so like because the humor is so dumb, like it's so smart how dumb it is.
That's funny. Okay, I'll have to watch it. I've heard a lot about it. Obviously, it's an iconic movie, but I just haven't.
One of the greatest scenes is like the last scene of the movie, and they're like stuck on the side of the road, and this bus pulls up with all these like bikini models, and they're like, "Oh, we're looking for two helpers to oil us down before all of our shoots, and we're looking for the nearest town." Blah 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 blah. And one of them's like, "Oh, the town is that way. Just keep driving." Blah blah blah. And then the bus leaves, and he's like, "Man, I really hope they find what they're looking for." And then Lloyd like stops, and he's like, "Wait!" And then he like starts running after the bus, and then he knocks on the side of the bus. He's like, "Sorry about my friend. The town is actually that way, bro." It is fucking hilarious. It's so fucking funny. Damn, I
It's
might have to watch
innocent
that
humor,
movie.
like you know what I mean, because they're like
Yeah.
morons. So it's very innocent, but it's so funny, dude.
Bro, it's
That's funny.
fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
That's
All
funny.
right, D. We've talked about Star Wars. We've talked about New Year's. We've talked about Christmas. Now I want to talk about this bullshit that you've been in my inbox about.
That's supposed to be a DM, okay?
Have you
My dick is not actually that small, bro.
talked to Korpsx about this at all?
No, but that was just like that wasn't a topic. That wasn't actually like a topic I wanted to bring up. That was
You
just like
pissed me off.
So I sent Cisco. I could send you the same thing. I sent Cisco this TikTok of. Actually, should I have him watch it first? So basically, it's Trump
It's like
doing
a
a
fucking
speech.
40-second video of
It's a
Trump repeating himself.
He
Which
says
he
the
always
same
does.
thing 4 fucking times.
He says it twice.
No, that clip. I went and I watched the speech that he does, and he says the same shit 4 different ways. He's literally.
He always does that though, D.
He's a forever like I'm trying to bullshit my essay like just in every fucking speech he does.
But
It's
we've
so
talked
fucking
about this
stupid.
before. We've talked about how
So
bad he is at public speaking.
So I send him this and I'm like, bro, how does? So I said, this guy is mentally fit. Where are all the critics when it comes to him saying dumb shit like this?
They're all on
And
the left.
then Cisco says, repeat himself, and I'm like, I hate that you just said that. Like
Bro,
it's
I
not.
was asking
It's
you
not.
That's what you were implying. I
I
didn't know.
I
you were
know.
implying.
I know, and so I said I hate that you just said this because in my head I'm like it's dismissing exactly like it's a whole thing that I'm saying. Anytime that Trump is on some dumb shit, anytime I know I was then I later said like I read it differently, my bad, but yeah basically, and I'll try to send it to you here, but basically. I was like, bro, what the fuck is good? Why is it that when he says or does some dumb shit, it's always like, oh, guys, LOL, or like, I don't know. It's just it's brushed off so fast, and people run so much cover for him. In my opinion, Cisco later asks what cover, like who's covering him. I'm like, bro, people like Ben Shapiro, people on Fox, Joe Rogan, like these are all massive
People
figures.
on the right, the people that have been. Like, you think these people are gonna go back?
But these are also the people, like especially people like Joe Rogan are the very people who are like, oh, I'm like center, I'm like I'm trying to be not biased, I'm trying to like be fair and shit. It's like, bro, eat my ass, okay? No, you're not. It's super one-sided, bro. Fox like obviously has a political bend. Ben Shapiro has a political bend, understandable. But it's just frustrating.
I want to say Rogan has a bit of a political bend.
I think now it's way more obvious. Now it's way more obvious. I mean, he would say the opposite
Well, then you
as
answer that
of
question. Of course, all the people that are right
as
leaning or
but
right wing are
as
going to
of
give him grace.
I don't think that's no. What the fuck? That is it.
Like they
You could
care
be
more
right.
about the actions of his other shit than him talking.
They don't care about the actions of his other shit though. They don't. They don't
I think
criticize
they
him.
do.
That's the problem.
I
they
think that's
do.
what you're looking for.
I would
So
like, yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I
so
know
it's
for a
not that it's
fact
not
Ben Shapiro
happening.
definitely has. Ben Shapiro definitely has criticized things that he's done. 100%.
I've definitely
Maybe when he
heard,
wasn't in office, yes.
I've definitely heard Joe Rogan
When?
say stuff.
What is he
Leading
saying?
off it. I'll try and find a clip and send it to you.
Or just like off of memory, just things that he said.
Bro, listen to the recent
I don't know it off
podcast
the
with
top of my
Shane
head.
Gillis and Joe Rogan. They spend the whole thing bashing Trump.
What was the what was the subject, or is it like just overall?
No, like one of the things that I laughed at fucking hard was Shane Gillis was like, he's never beating the dictator charges. He's never beating them. And they went through, and I didn't know this was happening. I mean, I had heard stuff, but I was like, there's no way, right? Like this dude is nuts, right? But this fool went in like in the White House. There's obviously pictures, right, of other presidents. He has went over their names with like other slurs, right? Or like
Holy fuck.
Like on Ronald Reagan's, like he put like a bunch of text on there, like some of the same old text, but it was like also a huge fan of Donald Trump. Like he put
holy shit.
Psychotic, bro, right?
Yeah.
And again, is he the president? People say he's the president, he could do what he wants. True. That is his house. Absolutely. But it's kind of like, isn't it like sixth grader type of bullshit? Right? Like,
I agree. I would agree with that.
Isn't there a level of decorum? Like, my question is Mr. Trump, did they do that to your picture? After all the allegations, after everything after it was said and done, did they do that to yours? So that's a little low, but I'm not going to get hung up on the fucking sixth grader antics bullshit, right? Is it a bad look? Yeah. Like you bring in a foreign diplomat and this is what you show them to somebody who's going to be out in a few years. I think it's just kind of.
Yeah, that shit was stupid as fuck, bro.
That's a little crazy, right?
And hold on real quick. Low key, I thought that's what you were implying, Zero, when you sent me those messages. That's why I was like, what the fuck is low key, I thought you were implying like people like me and Korpsx that give Trump like all this grace. I've publicly said it, especially on this podcast, millions of times. The dude is fucking retarded when he speaks. Like he makes no fucking sense. I didn't even message it to you. This is the same dude that said to put Lysol in our fucking veins during COVID.
Yeah, I think all I was doing was messaging out of frustration, truly. Because I was like, bro, this is fucking stupid, bro. How the fuck is this guy still alive? Period.
But it's the type
Whoa,
of media
that's not that's not a fucking
type of media that you're taking in, though. Obviously, like if you I bet you if you follow like more left wing people, which I know you like watch Destiny and all that shit, but there's probably people that criticize the way that he fucking talks. Think about it. Comedians literally have full bits on the way that he talks.
I mean, he talks very funny. That's an easy to make fun of.
But are you also denying that Biden didn't speak funny or was kind of like losing his brain a little bit?
No. I mean, there were definitely instances where I was like, no, not dementia kicking in, but there were definitely some instances where I was like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about right
What did you just say? What was that he just said during the middle of a debate? Middle depression. Bro, and Trump goes, I don't think he even knows what he just said, boy. I laughed so hard because I was like, yeah, he doesn't know what he just said. He doesn't even know where he's standing. He just crapped his pants, bro. Like, there's no way. Like, I feel like
this is exactly the amount, the level of scrutiny that is just crazy.
This is a stark difference, though, my brother. Because I hear you. You're like, well, why aren't we criticizing Trump this way? And I think it's not that we're not
him in different ways. Like,
it's not just that. It's just you say this motherfucker sounds crazy. I say, yeah, I know, right? And so you're like, well, what? I say this fool Joe Biden has signs of dementia. He can't even speak a fucking sentence properly. And it's, oh, well, I don't know.
No. It's not that I don't know. It's that form of criticism is invoking so much mental deterioration that somebody who wait, no, but it's not even like dementia and the way that it progresses and eats your fucking brain isn't like, oh, I won't be able to fucking form a thought, because Joe Biden in speeches and when he talks about things, he will have slip ups. Of course, I'm not even, and I'm not even saying that necessarily he's at 100% mental faculty, but he does. I just haven't seen anything that says he has dementia or deteriorating brain function like that. I'm not even saying literally. I don't think Alzheimer's either. These are like literally mentally, like these diseases literally eat your brain to the point where you not only like, haha, LOL, he doesn't know where he is. You're like at a level of aggression and like crazy behavior that he would literally be unfit to be like anywhere.
So the reason that you get upset is because of the use of the words dementia and Alzheimer's. Like we're putting an actual name to what the deterioration is.
The name,
his brain was deteriorating, you'd be okay with that.
No, what I'm saying is that what that word invokes, like you're attributing like a lot of like, this guy's fucked. That's what you're saying. We have no evidence that his brain is deteriorating.
There was evidence.
We have lots of evidence. Look
like
at
what?
He speaks.
No, that's not evidence of mental deterioration. You would need like CT, like MRI scans for literal mental deterioration.
Hold on. Let's slow down, because your evidence is coming from 4 years, right? My evidence with Joe Biden stems back all the way to like 2006. So I have seen when he was sharp as a tack. Like they were
about 20 years ago. Yes,
my brother.
I'm not saying he's not old. I'm saying that he doesn't have a disease that's eating his fucking brain.
But there is some. Then you tell me what it is, because I see the difference.
It seems like it's just age, to be honest.
That's fine. That's
what I was just asking you. So if we just said that he's deteriorating,
he's just fucking old
because of age,
yeah, he's an old dirtbag.
Better?
I mean, I think it would invoke a lot less. It's a lot less dramatic saying that somebody has. They're saying that somebody has a brain-eating disease because of their speech. It just doesn't make sense.
That's what it is.
I think
it's not that I'm mad that people use the criticism of like, oh, bro, he has fucking dementia, he has Alzheimer's. It's that word invokes a lot in people's brains without maybe even you thinking about it.
Is that not a sign, though?
No.
So what I'm hoping to invoke. So let's talk
Slurred
about
speech and deterioration of your brain is not a sign of dementia or Alzheimer's.
Maybe it's a sign, but there was so much more that goes into it behaviorally.
I just asked are those not symptoms of that?
I don't actually even know if those are symptoms of that, but but also.
Is slurred speech and brain deterioration a sign of dementia or Alzheimer's?
Brain deterioration for sure.
Most age-related memory problems are not signs of dementia.
Okay, well there you go.
But
You proved your point.
down in the brain's processing speed that increases the time it takes to retrieve information.
So
I'm wrong. You're right.
I want to ask this question because this is because the word invoking is being used. So I want to invoke. Let's invoke a thought. If we use the words that you wanted us to use, are we still, two-part question, are we still legitimate in our suspicion? And would you have that suspicion too? If yes.
It would depend on what the suspicion is.
The suspicion is whether it's, let's use whatever words you want to use, right? He's climbed in age. He's got all this work stress, all the different NGIF fucking words that somebody might want to use. So it's casual. But our concern, as you know, is that he's lacking the mental capacity and faculties to hold the job. Are we fair with whatever words you want to paint on it, with what we've seen, especially somebody like me who's seen him for close to 20 years? Am I justified in having that suspicion?
I think
you can have that. I think you can have that concern. That's fine.
We were all alive when he was vice president.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I was a lot less focused on like any sort of political stuff back then, but I mean, I remember a little bit, but
so you're
I think
less worried about what our actual concern is, and you're more worried about the way that we're addressing it.
the addressing the thing is that the verbiage in the addressing the concern matters because of the words that you choose to use are signals on how dire you think the situation is. If I'm like, if I go into a room and I say, "Holy fuck, bro, there's a fire in my fucking room right now," and you reach over and go and get a fire extinguisher, rush into the room, and there's a candle on my desk, you're gonna be like, "Damien, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say that?" And I'm like, "Is it not true? There's a fire in my room right now." He's like, "Yeah, but this is a fucking controlled shit that's gonna make your room smell good. Why would you say it this way?" The words that I choose to use and the way I choose to use them invokes the level of severity that I think the problem is. Right? That's why I think like when you say, "Hey, his age is like getting to him," I think that's a fair criticism. He was old. There were times where he was stumbling in times where maybe it was inappropriate or where you can see like, oh, he's getting a little age. Or this man has full-blown dementia. I don't even know if he's running the country. Like, bro, okay, the severity of those two statements are insanely different.
Nobody has ever said that he.
I'm not saying that you have said that. People have said that. And the dementia thing feeds into that line of thinking in my head.
I find that grand because there is a lot of people who we've seen not only in the media but on this podcast has been prescribed as racist, misogynist, all the ists and obias, and based off of a clip or the way they decided to wave or this or that or that or this without brandishing actual data, statistical proven proof. And so we say invoke. Okay, cool, that's great. But how else do we find the needle in the haystack unless we set it on fire? How else are we supposed to find this shit?
You bring a magnet.
You burn the son of a bitch down to its basis, and then you find what it is. Right? Now, I'm not out here telling everybody that you should prescribe someone a racist until they prove otherwise. I actually hate that. Right? But to say, oh, because I don't know what I'm looking at, right? And I say, hey, does he have like dementia or something? Or is he okay? You say, oh, that's invoking the wrong thing. It's like, whoa. Actually, it's invoking the right thing because I'm questioning what I'm seeing. I'm not painting it off as a fact.
You can question it, but it doesn't have to go to the level of like the highest level all the time. That it's fine to have questions, I think, and to ask questions is perfectly normal. And I think even in your example, the verbiage matters because it deteriorates that like strong language. The amount of times that you call somebody a racist, they might just be like, fuck it, bro. Yep, I'm a racist. Fuck it. Like, what's next? And it takes away the legitimacy of that insult or that criticism because somebody else who is genuinely racist will be called that. And people are going to be like, yeah, you call everybody racist. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. That is not good to do.
That's still a fair assessment, but what I'm still trying to boil at is there's still a person to be questioned.
Sure, but if somebody says something racy, right, and I'm like, bro, isn't that guy a racist? Wouldn't somebody be like, that's a little strong? Like it was kind of a racy joke. Was it placed the best? No, but this guy isn't racist. Do I have to go to that level, or can I just be like, that's an ill-timed joke that wasn't like appropriate?
But what if
that's
it was
a better
continuous?
response.
But what if it was continuous?
If it was continuous, I mean, you could question that. That's fine. But these are different examples, though, to the level of like a mental deterioration to the level of like which you're talking about an actual like disease, where we have no evidence. I don't think still to this day that he has any sort of disability that way, or any sort of illness that way, I should say.
There was definitely a lawyer, I remember, during the questioning of when he had some kind of classified documents at his house, who deemed him like mentally unfit or some. It was something like that, or like he didn't want to put him on trial because it's like he wouldn't get through the questioning. It was something pretty fucking crazy to the effect.
I don't know anything about that one.
That's when I
don't
checked
know.
out.
I haven't
That's
heard
when
that.
I checked out on the Biden train. You know, I wanted him to do good, and I hoped he fucking did good. But it got to a certain point where I was like, yeah, we're all playing. You guys are all just playing games right now.
I don't know. That I've never heard of that one.
Did you guys listen to his son just did the Sean Ryan podcast? And that was a mouthful.
Sean Ryan podcast.
Yeah, Hunter went up there. It was good though. I thought, I mean, for Hunter being a crack addict, like he talked pretty well. Like, you know, I just don't know how much I could take at value because it's like, are you high right now, bro? Like, you know, are you trying to sell a book or another fucking painting?
Hey, sell a book, bro.
No. I worry
Get
about
that
those.
bag.
Well, he's pardoned, so he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
I love it.
And then Zero, I know you wanted to talk about the kidnapping too, bro.
I didn't really follow it. What did I say in the group chat? I didn't really follow the whole thing. I know like very little bits and pieces of the. It wasn't he like an illegitimate president that kind of turned dictator that then now we're kidnapping for some reason.
Kinda turned dictator for 20 years is crazy.
He was.
Well, like I said, I didn't follow it. I don't know.
He was rather prolific. I mean, he had his moments, but no. Save messaged in there like, "Yo, it's funny. Everyone thinks we kidnapped them." I was like, "We will definitely bomb them before that because it's like real intimate, you know."
We did already.
Yeah,
We
no, I'm
bombed them
talking
on
about like
multiple occasions.
no, I'm talking about like him. Like we will bomb him, you know.
Oh,
So Cisco, like we had a quick chat about it, like 2 seconds, and Cisco was like, "What makes it a kidnapping?" And I'm like, "Well, did he go against his will, or is that not
no.
kidnapping?"
It was a capture,
What was it?
not a kidnap. It was a capture.
Yeah, bro.
not
What
a
the fuck
kidnap.
is the difference?
I will say we kidnapped the wife.
No, I feel like if you
we kidnapped
capture
the
somebody,
wife. Yeah, we captured Maduro. We kidnapped the wife.
I don't know.
Well, okay, let's just and
well, I just want
have
to know
been-
what's Zero's stance on it. Like, is this?
I know nothing about it. It sounds like it's a bad thing. Why are we kidnapping people? But I mean, if we have legitimate cause for it, I guess. I don't know why we're bombing Venezuela.
A dictator. Why are we capturing a dictator who?
There's plenty of dictators. Why are we capturing this one?
President who Trump has mentioned on multiple occasions is there's a drug war going on with Venezuela.
That's what he likes to say.
that's what
And
they
of
say.
course, oil, bro.
It's oil.
I mean,
All about the oil.
sure, but that doesn't sound good. No, it sounds horrible.
Why the fuck do you think we were in the Middle East before? What the fuck? Like,
yeah, I mean,
this
listen,
is
bro.
okay. So this is my big thing on it, right? Like this is the thing that has been driving me absolutely crazy. Every other country that we've invaded or captured somebody or killed somebody, or with Gaddafi and Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein and all these things, all these other presidents that have done this, and obviously we know we were in the fucking Middle East for 20-25 years for oil purposes, but I mean obviously our way in was the terrorism and 9/11, right? That wasn't staged.
Gulf
But
of Tonkin.
the reasons for going into those countries has always been oil and the liberation of those people, right? Like
Allegedly.
in exchange for the oil that we're getting, we're going to liberate this country and help you guys come up with a democracy. So now when we go into Venezuela and capture this fucker who nobody in Venezuela likes at all, and I even watched the vice president speak, and she was like, give him back to us, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. She didn't want to fucking do that. She's part of the regime. Venezuela.
She like, but
Yeah.
like keep him low key.
Yeah, like please give
You
me
know-
back.
Just a little side cam can be, or like, you know what I mean.
But where was I going with this? Like
What you don't
nobody in that country wants him there. People are celebrating in the streets, and like it was interesting to watch the different protests that were happening in New York of like people mad at Trump. I think this is what when I messaged you guys. People mad at Trump walking around with like free this man, and then Venezuelans literally right next to them celebrating the freedom of Venezuela. Like it just blew my mind. Like all these people want these people to be free and want freedom in the world and no dictators and no kings and all this shit. And then when it actually happens, but because of who did it, they're like, oh, this is not a good thing. Every transaction that we've ever done with another country has always been because of oil. Every president has done it. George Bush has done it.
Couldn't
Obama's
you like
done it.
criticize? Would
Biden did
these be
it.
the same
Like,
people who wouldn't like any of that either, though? Like, wouldn't that still be the same people?
you would think that, right? But
You
do
would
you think these
assume.
people have the same like? I mean, it goes back to like the whole fucking ICE conversation and immigration. Like, if you look at Obama's, like when Obama was in president and
His
in office,
deportation numbers was insane.
it was higher than it is right now. It's just the media is
Insane.
showing it differently, and Trump is going about it differently. I don't agree with the way that he's going about it, but the
I was gonna
numbers,
say, I think that the
yeah,
coverage is a product of like how it's happening. I think that's a huge thing. Of course, like the media, I don't know. I think it matters how it happens a lot more than like the media coverage itself, because of course the media is going to cover it regardless. But if it's easy to make it like you know, a devilish act, the media is going to cover it a lot
yeah,
more,
but you're
or at
looking at
least
a man that is very much disliked by majority of the people on the media. So of course it's easy for them to make it look like it's a devilish act.
but it's not only because it's hi peanut.
Shut up, Peanut. I think there's a lot of
He just woke
ways.
up. He wants to say hi real fast.
Oh, what
What's
up,
up?
dude?
What's up?
Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy
What's
New
on your
Year, buddy.
Happy New Year? What's on your shirt?
What do you think it is?
Is it a shark? I
Yeah.
just can't see it that well. Does that shark have a floaty?
Yeah.
That's funny. I love that.
Hey, go turn the TV off. Okay.
Good night, Peanut.
Like, let me ask you a question. If during office Biden did that, do you think he'd be getting the same hate or the same type of media coverage that Trump
I
is
would be
getting about
slobbing on his knob. I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't. But I think it would be ridiculed. Yes.
They
I
wouldn't
don't.
cover
I
it.
disagree with that. 100%.
They wouldn't even
I mean,
cover
we'll
it.
never know,
I-
right? Like, it's a what if, but
I guess we'll never know.
That's why people never knew about fucking Obama and his deportations or his drone strikes, because the media did not fucking cover it. It got
Because
brushed
I think it's
underneath.
because it matters how it happens.
There's
It matters
no
how it happens.
drone strikes, bombings, or deportations. It shouldn't matter when the argument is you're separating families or you're killing innocent people. It doesn't matter how you kill an innocent person. It doesn't matter if you lean on their neck with your knee. It doesn't matter if you blow up the hospital they're in. It doesn't matter if you smash into them with a car. They're dead. That's an issue. That is
No. No. I
It
just
is-
super disagree with that. I super disagree with
I
that.
think I disagree with that too.
Because on one hand, I love my mother to death. God bless her, and hopefully nothing happens to her. If she's running at somebody with a knife and she gets, killed, of course I'm gonna be fucking super sad. But I'm gonna be like, oh my god, bro, why was she running at this person and threatening this person? Versus if she was on the opposite end of that, I'm gonna be super fucking resentful for that person. And I'm not even, of course, my mom's gonna be like the holy person in this situation in my head. But to that person, I'm gonna have like a vendetta. Like that's even just personally. But it gets grander when it gets to like bigger
but when you're
scales.
talking about a drone strike, bro, like when we're talking about drone strikes, they were killing like astronomically different differentials of numbers, bro, of innocent versus hostile casualties. Like we're talking about a lot of innocent people were dying under the drone strikes of Barack Obama, and no one batted an eye, right? But now let's zoom out and refocus, right? We've had the war out there in Palestine going on, and we're talking about killing innocent people, right? We got the war in Ukraine going on, talking about innocent people dying. We have bombs going off in Venezuela right now, and we're talking about innocent people dying, and it's all over the media. It's everywhere. It's all you hear. Oh my God, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. Yeah, but what about that Iraqi baby? What about those kids? No one batted an eye over that. And this is a topic that we talked about earlier on another podcast. It's like, yo, just because it's like the thing with the media, if it was Biden, there would have been no media coverage, right? But there would have been media coverage on something else that somebody would have been mad at him about. It's always about pissing people off. The media wants to invoke that type of feeling from people. It's what sells, bro. And so
But the
this
thing is that the things that Trump is getting coverage over, Biden wouldn't do. He didn't do.
he did in his own
No,
way.
but the way that he's doing it, I mean, is the more important way that I'm
Let me
saying.
ask you
The
this.
way that he's going about things.
If the cost of gas goes down, are you mad about it?
Am I mad about the cost? Is that what the question is? No,
Are you mad that the cost of gas goes down?
no, of course not.
Are you mad? Would you be mad that there's a whole country that's now liberated and free, that's going to learn actual democracy?
I hope they are. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool.
And all that had to happen was Trump had to capture one guy.
GG's,
for
good
this.
job. Sure. As long, I
But
mean,
is
as
But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is what I'm asking you.
I don't know enough. I don't know enough about the situation at all. I don't know. Could be a good thing. Yeah, it sounds nice.
It sounds nice.
It sounds nice. I mean, I'm not gonna say like
It is so surprising to me that this has happened over the last 3 to 4 days, and you know everything else that has happened before that we've talked about on the podcast or whatever. You've done at least a little bit of research on. It's very surprising to me that you.
Well, my mom came
and
down. I just
Instagram,
haven't been on like online.
and you don't know anything about this. You've done zero research or know
I've
anything about
I've
that. It's so
genuinely,
crazy.
I've genuinely done
That's,
zero
that's
research.
mind blowing to me.
But my mom came down. Listen, I've been off, like basically off the internet because my mom was down. I tried to spend as much time with her. So this did happen like towards the end.
See, like,
But I
there's
can
this-
get into it.
there's just a lot of whataboutisms in this, right? And I'm not happy about our interactions with Venezuela. I don't like the idea of us getting involved with any other country. I've been pretty consistent with that. They can solve their own fucking problems. We have our own problems here at home that we need to deal with, right? So there's that.
We
Sorry,
we talked about that in a podcast one time. Like, why the fuck do we have to be the world police?
sorry, Venezuelans, right? But you know, every president goes through their moments, and they go through these things where people it falls on this weird, head of a pin, where I could ask, so how do you feel about our withdrawal from Afghanistan, right? If we're going to compare predecessors, how do you feel about the drone strikes? How do you feel about our engagement into Iraq, right? Or again, let's go back from the top. How do you feel about our involvement in the Ukraine war and us arming Ukraine? How do you feel about us overthrowing Libya and killing Gaddafi in the streets? Like, he had a bayonet stuffed up his ass in the streets.
Bro, that shit was crazy. The clips that came out of that was fucking wild.
Or bombing the fuck out of Osama bin Laden, and they drop him in the ocean. Like, do you guys understand that? Do you understand why they dropped him in the ocean?
That to me still never happened.
No, do you know why they dropped it? I know somebody who was on the boat, and then I heard somebody talking about it who was like, "Do you know why we did that?" He goes, "It's so that there's no remain." He's like, "These cocksuckers can never go and lay a flower. They can never go there and pray. They can never pull up a monument. He's somewhere at the bottom of the ocean." I was like, "Dude, that is sinister. I like it." I like it.
See, look, I'm not a fan of that because I'm one of those conspiracy theorists that 9/11 was planned. And you're going to tell me that the dude that set off the whole fucking shebang, we finally killed him and there's no evidence of it at all? The 6 Navy SEALs that went in and fucking shot him and then took him on a boat and threw his body into an ocean? Like, come on, dog. That's the biggest sack of horseshit I've ever heard in my life.
There's worse ones. That one after
That sealed the
doing some stuff.
conspiracy for me right there. Oh yeah, we killed Osama bin Laden. He was hiding in a hole somewhere, and he was still able to put out all these videos of him. And then yeah, we killed him. And guess what? We just threw his body in the ocean. Like,
No,
fuck
I think the worst conspiracy, but the bigger one is that they always knew. They knew where he was, they knew how to get to him, and they just squeezed all the blood out that rock, and they said, "You know what? It's time to go home, boys." And so they pulled the plug, and the one plug that was left, because they killed Hussein. Hussein was already gone. right? Hussein was allegedly the one that they wanted to overthrow to liberate the government. Yeah, but to mark that it was actually over, they said, "Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close this loophole up there, bud."
Yeah, no. He's that motherfucker was a CIA agent, bro.
Yes, he was.
You'll
Yes, yes, he was. Yes, yes,
you'll
yes,
never
he was.
convince me otherwise. Osama bin Laden was a CIA agent. There's paperwork on it. He was planted. The motherfucker is not dead. His real name is probably like Bruce or some shit, and he's fucking chilling somewhere with billions of dollars, driving his fucking McLaren, and
No, he was a real
like
person. No, he was a when you like trek back through like Operation Desert Storm and all the other stuff, like in the first initial fight with Kuwait and Iraq. No, he was a real like that was
yeah, but he was one of ours, is what I'm saying. He was one of ours.
that's why I think the sick conspiracy is yes, they planned it, yes, they initiated it, yes, he got rich, yes, he was chilling, and they said it's time to pay the piper. Because he could have just disappeared. Why make a show out of it, right? Why make a show out of this?
Bro, D, have you ever seen these videos of him, Osama bin Laden? He's like in
Um,
this hole, bro. Like literally in the side of like a mountain, in like a beaver dam, like a bear hibernation hole.
I don't think
Like
so. Then
fucking talking, like you guys are never gonna find me. This, that, and the other. Like, it's fucking wild, bro.
So all I'm saying is we can always talk about and I love that my brother Zero is adamant about the way that things are done, right? That there is a decorum to that, and I appreciate that.
yeah, but when it's my side, we all got decorum. Okay, fuck everybody
Yeah,
else.
right.
No, I just play. I
It
just
just
play.
it
Just
just
play.
seems right, but I just think it's like we're forgetful, right? Like we become extremely forgetful, and there's the things that aren't in the media that they're telling us to be mad about, and then there's the things in the media that they're telling us to be happy about. That's not the shit that I'm always. That's the stuff that I'm like, hold on, let me find another article about this. Let me find out who wants me to be mad about this, and let me see who I think is right. And that is truly, and it sucks, but that's what we're having to do with the media these days, is consistently. Like, I don't think I've gotten on this podcast since fucking Trump got elected and was like, yeah, fucking Trump's the man. He's fucking doing it. Nah, dude, like this shit has sucked. Like this has been crazy.
I was thinking about that too when you were messaging me, D. It's like Corpse and I were very I don't want to say loud, but we were very adamant on like which side we were on when it came to the two candidates.
Still,
But I don't think either one of us was like, he's the best. He's gonna fucking this country's gonna be so much better.
No, you guys were
And
never like gun ho about it,
we
but
were both very much so like this dude is an idiot. The way he speaks is very bad. Like not a lot is gonna get done, which it doesn't feel like it has. Well, I mean, we still have 2 more years, right? But like,
3 more years.
I also agree with what Corpse is saying. Like, eh, the way your mind frame is very, very good. Like, why say something if it's not true? Um, but we have to you on just piggybacking on what Corpse to understand how the world and the media works, bro. Like, it is very meant for separation. Is very meant for unguided thoughtfulness. Like it's very harmful, and it goes back to what we were saying. Like when we were talking about the social media and AI thing. This is why I think media, the social, like any type of media that we're taking in, is very harmful because this is what happens, causes separation. People don't look at the big picture. They're just like, oh, we think this is bad because they told us this is bad. So we're just gonna fucking ride this horse out until it dies, and then we're gonna beat the dead horse.
and
It's bad, bro.
I would even say like that it goes. How do I really want to put this? Is it's not just like this is how the media like or this is just how the world is, right?
Mhm.
It because that is a that is a very very solid truth foundation, right? Like the world is wild, right? And people are going to say everything. And just the thing of there's a modesty I hope that we can find in the talking point, because it's like, yes, be informed, understand what you're asking, understand what you're saying, right? But there has been hours of this podcast of us getting into argument, like I don't even want to say arguments, but these debates to boil down a point, like just to get like, no, I didn't mean it that way, god damn it, I mean it like this, and then we just keep going, and this is hard. This is going to be, I don't mean to sound demeaning, I know this might be hard for you, but that same grace you have to show to Donald Trump. That same grace, if Kamala Harris would have gotten in front of the microphone with Joe Rogan, now they have the reasons, I don't give a fuck, but if she would have sat there for 4 hours, I would have popped my headphones in and I would have sat down for 4 hours and I would have listened and hung on to every word she said.
That is exactly what I did. I listened to the whole Trump interview.
But I think that there's some more. That's a fair point, and that is true, my friend. But I think that there's some other oversights that we're not willing to really dig into, right?
Go ahead.
Because a Joe Rogan podcast is a low-hanging fruit, right? A 60-second clip is a low-hanging fruit. But when we say, "Damn," and this is me because I don't like the involvement in Venezuela. Right, I don't like it at all, but I'm not going to say, "Damn, he's such a this because he's doing X, Y, and Z." Bro, almost every president that I can remember has had some type of military operation outside of congressional approval since I can remember.
But I'm also not
every
really.
One since we've been alive has.
The thing though is that I'm not criticizing Trump at all for any of the actual procedural things, although I could have my disagreements with what he's doing. What the whole like starting point of this was the criticism of others not criticizing him due to his stupidity, if you want to call it that, or questioning at the very least his mental capabilities within the presidency. It's not procedural. It's not whether or not it's wrong, or not whether he's going into Venezuela and kidnapping people. That it wasn't the criticism at all, and not the starting point. Kidnapping, I feel like as if you're on the run.
See, you might not see, you don't really, I'm not going to say you don't remember this, but I don't think it had the same effect. I remember when Obama was inaugurated, they said it's because he's colored. They said it's because of this, right? And those criticisms came from that direction. And it was like, whoa, dog, have you listened to him speak? Have you listened to what he wants? Have you listened to the things that he says? Like that he's
the best salesman of all time, bro.
Like, and he had Joe Biden. He had Hillary Clinton. Bro, he had all these motherfuckers in his cabinet. I was like, the dude was a juggernaut. It's like, whoa, pause. Here comes Trump. Cool, whatever, right? Here comes Joe Biden. Cool, whatever. People had everything to say from every direction. It doesn't fucking matter.
And I think that's honestly, and you might be, because when did Obama get elected? 2008.
He was elected president in 2008. Yes, Congress in 2006.
Right? So this was the first time. And D, I think you were too young, because I think I was 17. So you were like what?
Anything Biden, I really. 10? So the only real time I started, and not like procedurally again, nothing really, just social media and stuff. The only time I started looking more into like any sort of government or policy or like anything was when Trump first ran against Hillary Clinton.
No. That's
so
what I was trying to make.
All I'm saying is that any Obama stuff, I'm not gonna know, or Bush, nothing like that. I'm not gonna really know.
This is what I'm gonna say, because I know that we can all agree with the Donald Trump thing. It was very much like a popularity contest. As is very much like a social media thing. It's very much so like you're on this side, I'm on that side because I voted for Trump, or you didn't vote for Trump, or whatever the case may be, right? It on that way of thinking when it came to presidential candidates honestly started with Obama. Like when Obama was running for president and he he got that, or Shepard Fairey got that deal with him, and they started making the Hope
Obey.
shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Obey Shepard Fairey.
Shepard
They
Fairey.
started making those Hope shirts, and people started like buying merchandise
And
and like
change.
the change and the hope
Mm-hmm.
and like the stickers and all that stuff. And then that's when social media was like really big, right? Facebook was kind of newish. We got it out of the MySpace age. Instagram was like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter was a thing now. So like it it really changed the way that people voted. It really changed the way of how people wanted to be seen. And a lot of it came because of that media, and then also because he was colored, right? So like they use that uh they use that avenue, and it became a popularity contest. And ever since that election, it's been like that, in my opinion. Because back in the day, if you ever asked my mom, like, oh, like, even if I asked her, like, Mom, who did you vote for? She'd be like, that's none of your business. Like, I voted for who I voted for.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, this whole, like, right wing, left wing, because of your ideology or because you think of this, I automatically assume that you're this, was never a thing before. And that's what, like, trips me the fuck out.
That was the first time I heard right side of history. You want to be on the right side of history. Vote
You
for
don't remember when
Obama.
fucking Biden said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black?
Yeah, bro,
He
wild.
literally said that verbatim.
That dude was nuts, bro. I love dude. Joe Biden has
said
some of
that
the best
verbatim.
sound bites
He said,
as a white
I
If
man.
you
know.
don't vote for me, you are not black.
That shit
He
was
said that
fucking
verbatim.
crazy. And so all I'm saying is I love how passionate you get, right? And you're like, no, there's a procedure to this, and there's a way that we're supposed to do this. And
No, wait,
that
but
is-
that's not even the criticism though. The starting point of this wasn't any procedural. So we've gone into like
Just
more
don't say people
procedural.
have things that they don't have.
It's not
Make it
even.
factual.
It's
the
not.
criticisms and how it feels
Hey.
though that they seem heavy on one and not so heavy on the other. That one is, we're dumping
I'm
on
not-
Biden, but we're not dumping on Trump for showing similar mental instability. I think just with that point is I knew Trump was fucking crazy, and we all agree. I tried to be like, yo, there's something wrong with Joe Biden, and everyone was like, no, you're crazy. There's nothing wrong with him. He's sharp as a fucking tack. It's like, no,
He
he's
used to
not.
be.
He
He
Like, no,
was.
he's not.
I don't know.
He was
I don't know who
badass.
that is though. Who's saying this? Who's saying like no? He's not.
Every dude, there is literally, who is it? Was it his chief of staff who was like, yeah, I had a meeting with Joe Biden today, and he's as sharp as a tack. And then
That's
it
what they're
was-
saying about Trump. They say the same thing about
there
Trump.
was a week before, there was a bunch of people, because remember, like I have pretty good memory with some of this with this stuff. There was a series of conversations that they were having with Joe Biden, right? Oh yeah, he's doing so good. He's preparing for his debate. Boom, boom, boom. He got nuked by Trump on that debate, and then he dropped out.
Yeah, but let's
Oh,
be
I
real. That
want-
was a meme debate, bro. Like, it wasn't even like an actual debate.
It was
like
a coup.
McCain and
It was a
Obama.
It was
like-
a coup. It was a coup. The Democrats did it to him. They did it to him on purpose, and so that they could boot him out and
That's what I'm
push
saying,
Kamala
it was a
in.
meme. It was like a meme, bro. Like, go back and watch like actual presidential debates, D, and you could see how fucking shit these presidents have become and how bad this is. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
man.
I've only seen clips, but I mean, it seems
Like
this is clown world, bro.
These presidents would like these presidential candidates would actually like respect each other, shake
Yeah.
hands, like they wouldn't shit on each other. Like, that's what I'm saying. It has now become a popularity contest. It's
But
funny,
but
started
in my
with the Obama
opinion,
thing, and then when
but-
Hillary and Trump went at it, like it was a
You're-
fucking meme thing.
but you're talking about like shitting on others. There's only one person who's done that. It's not like from what I could see.
What do you mean? Hillary did it. Hillary did it back. Biden did it back to Trump. What do you mean? Like, they're
No.
literally
But
sitting
we're talking
there
about
memeing.
like reactions. Who like started the shit talking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gone.
But we're not talking about like, oh, it's evolved into. We're talking about one, like there's a very specific entry point of how this started.
What's his name? Senator Kennedy.
I agree with that.
Ted Kennedy or whatever. He's been fucking dumping on people in Congress for a long time. I think the real crass and just straightforward like bullshitting that you're getting from Trump, I think it's not only who he is, right? But that behavior was a screaming from the zeitgeist of when him and Hillary first tangoed, we were in the middle of fucking social justice warrior, everybody's sensitive, be careful with what you say, and I mean pronouns were starting to take hold, and we were literally in the middle of that, like
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like, Dick, that wasn't that long ago.
No, but that shit was cringe too. Like, I'm willing to say that shit was dumb.
But he rose right out of that.
I know he was the like anti to that. I understand.
Just like me. He appealed to people just like me. He was like, no, I'm tired of doing this. I'm not playing the mental fucking gymnastics every day I walk into Target wondering who's who, where's what. You're ma'am, you're sir. Give me my fucking cereal box so I can go home. Because
what the fuck did I just fucking walk
but
into?
the thing is that like I identify as a woman now. No, I'm just kidding. No.
It's ma'am.
No. But the thing that I was gonna say too was that I think that got blown out of super proportion. Obviously, I don't agree with like all of the like super sensitive. Like, bro, we could joke about shit. If you really want to be known as he, she, doesn't really matter. At least to me. I mean, not anymore. I really did like. I've talked about it before when I was in a big Steven Crowder like phase. When I was on that whole right wing thing, the entry point being Jordan Peterson. I was on that whole like fuck all of this snowflake bullshit as well. But I was very much played up.
But you gotta shake that
Looking
bullshit
back.
out too. Crowder is a fucking prick.
I mean, I agree.
He-
But I was just in that whole like right leaning funnel. Like I'm just saying, like it started with Peterson and it like bled into Shapiro, into Crowder, into a lot of different people.
If I could offer some solace to your conversation though, is it may be a line of hope, is because I don't want to like deny your reality, right? Of like you say you, or I don't want to say you say, but you are saying, right? Like, yo, it kind of feels like people are giving Trump this pass where it wasn't the same way with Biden. I would recommend that maybe you zoom out a little bit. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Senator Mullins, who literally shout out Senator Mullins, who helped us get our federal recognition, baby. But there's a list of people, bro, who are starting to kind of turn coat and be like, yo, nah, this isn't what we're doing.
No, yeah, here. I will always commend people like that. That's cool.
So
you should.
And we're talking about people who are MAGA, right? Quote unquote, MAGA loyalists, MAGA cultists, the Marjorie Taylor Greenes of the world, right? Is how they used to say it. Yeah, she just stepped out. She's like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Right. And she literally left her congressional seat, which people are like, oh, she copped out. No, if you think about it, that creates a power vacuum. Now Congress can start to shift to the blue. So it's like we got to look at that. Right. So there's starting to be some more people who are getting out there and really starting to say some stuff. And I'm just talking about from the MAGA, I don't even want to say MAGA anymore, like from the Trump camp. Right. And now you're also having people like Jasmine Crockett who are starting to step up and talk real shit. I don't like her very much about what she said about Greg Abbott, but she's out there talking her shit and popping her gums. So, I mean, do you, boo? RFK Jr. was always very vocal about how he felt about Donald Trump, and you can even hear Joe Rogan talk about this on his podcast with Shane Gillis. He had Bernie Sanders on there. He's had a lot of Democrats on there since the presidency. I mean, I just think like there's just a little zooming out, because I just had a conversation with my sister where it's like, yeah, Trump, if he had any idea of trying to change the Constitution to try to run again, or if he had some backdoor deal with Vance for Vance to be president, he's vice president, and then Vance drops, resigns type of switcheroo, like that's gone. It's gone now. He doesn't have the base anymore. He has lost the American base. So yeah, I would highly recommend maybe searching some different avenues if you're looking for it, because it's out there.
I don't even disagree with that. The comment was the overall state of like how people feel in terms of like their loyalty towards the Trump camp. It was just more like like I said, it was really just like a moment of like just venting kind of frustration where I was like, bro, it kind of feels like some bullshit. It's kind of like if you're, I don't know, like if somebody who's like shits on you all the time at work or like at school or whatever, just like always gets like the like pass from the teacher. You're like, bro, what the fuck is this, bro? You can't keep getting away with this. And it just feels a little bit like that. And but it wasn't like a serious commentary on him or his procedural like doing in the White House or anything like that. But I agree. Yeah, I agree. There's definitely some cracks in the armor now, and it's looking pretty bad. So,
Or
but
who
we'll
was,
see.
there was the president who got real sick. He was one of the Roosevelts. I can't remember if it was Franklin. But his wife Eleanor was pretty much running the presidency at the time.
Hmm.
I feel like that's kind of what they were trying to do with Biden, right? They were going to will him along, let him just get old, and just kind of. I mean, why he decided to run again when he said he wasn't going to run again in the beginning? Like, I don't know who talked him into that, but I just thought they were going to let Jill will him around and use him like a puppet, which would have been a better case because
This is why we need my boy Vivek in office, bro.
Vivek's tanked, bro. He tanked bad. You know who? Well, we won't get into that. We're not going to get into that right now.
Bro, this feels so good. I missed you guys so much.
Uh-huh.
Miss Hell too.
I fucking missed you guys. You fucking beautiful fucks.
All right. Somebody close this out. I got to go.
D, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, right?
Yes, I'm gonna go drop by. But listen, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you so much to my two co-hosts. Amazing to be back. Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully your 2025 was sick, and hopefully 2026 only gets sicker. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, whether it's a minute, an hour, the whole thing, or you're watching on the playback. We appreciate you nonetheless. Be safe. Peace. I'll see you next week.
Thank you guys so much for bringing in the new year with us. Wow, 2026 is crazy. Everybody made it. Everybody's doing their resolutions and their vision boards, and they're fucking going to the gym and trying to eat healthier. It's only going to last until the middle of next month. So hopefully it lasts a little bit longer if that's your plan. But yeah, we're what are we on? 103? 106?
106. Yep.
Then we got 14 weeks left. So happy new year from the Usual Tuesday podcast. And yeah, let's make the next 14 weeks the best episodes we've ever had. So appreciate you guys. As always, you guys stay healthy, stay happy. I love you. Keep smiling. See you guys next week.
As always, Big Corpse, corpsecollection.com. Save 1, 0%. The lovely, the amazing, the wonderful. Thank you guys. Usual Tuesday podcast. You guys know the deal. We went through some tough times over Christmas break. And I took the time to practice Advent and practice like the auspiciousness of these holy times. And something that I came across was from the book of Psalms, and it's a prayer from the prophet Moses. But at verse 13, it says, "Relent, Lord, how long will it be? Have compassion on your servants and satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days. Make us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us, for as many years as we have seen trouble. May your deeds be shown to your servants, your splendor to their children. May the favor of the Lord our God rest on us. Establish the work of our hands for us." Yes, establish the work of our hands. Amen. In this time of Advent and into this new year, I hope that the compass of your life is the compassion and grace and mercy of God, and that you go through all of your endeavors upright. Yeah, until next time, hope you guys have a good day, week, month, year in life. Until next time.
All right, boys.
Peace.
You guys take care.
Be safe. Be
Peace.
safe.
Bye, fellas.
Love y'all.